Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in today and connecting. Hope you're well wherever you are. So for today's practice, I want to play with this idea that connects us all as humans, that we have a tendency to label and judge. And in a really basic form, it does serve a purpose from a survival standpoint that if we remember things that we judge as dislikes or harmful, then they're going to help us to avoid repeating those activities or being around things that we've found out to be harmful or that we don't like. So labeling and judging does serve a purpose in a basic survival standpoint. But in our lives, there's a tendency for us to label and judge all the time. It's just kind of part of our culture and part of life. And oftentimes the stories that our brain tells us are not 100% to be true, even though we may feel them to be true. So I might have a day that I really hold on to the fact that I got in an argument with a colleague, but I can't recall the other positive experiences that happened in the day, including some firsts that happened with people that I interacted with and some pretty big highs. And that's really just part of our hard wiring. So part of this practice is to work that edge and be more aware of where our likes are and our dislikes are and how we want to tend to label or judge things or judge our own performance. That was a good practice today, or that was really rough. And really just let the practice be as it is. So no labeling and no judging. So I want to play with the transformer breath. If you've been with me before, we've done this before, where we do a shorter inhalation and a longer exhalation, and work on extending the exhale and just observe what comes up for you. In my experience, sometimes there's ease with extending the exhalation, and then oftentimes there's other stories that come to the table as we start to extend that exhale, double to the inhale, and then even longer than that. Some self-sabotage that oftentimes comes to the party, some other things that are vying for my attention. So just be kind to yourself and see what comes up for you as a way to really look at how we tend to label and judge, and maybe use this as an opportunity for you to just be. So we'll start out connecting with our breath, and then I'll guide us through. We'll do a 4-second inhalation, followed immediately by an 8-second exhalation. And then as we get into the practice, there will be an invite to extend that exhalation even beyond the 8 seconds. If that doesn't feel comfortable in your body, or that just doesn't feel where you're at today, that's no problem. Stick with the kind of wherever you need to be for your exhalation duration. So as you're ready, when you're ready for today, if you'd like, go ahead and close your eyes. As if the act of closing your eyes is an invitation for you to fully arrive in the space that you are today. And imagine that as you have arrived, that anything in the future that is yet to unfold will still be waiting for you when you're done with your practice. And anything that has previously happened in the past is already done. And then as you're ready, put your attention towards the surface that your body makes contact with. Perhaps it's the floor with your feet, or a chair with your hips, your back. Just paying attention to your physical body first, and allowing it to fully settle into space. And then as you're ready, draw your attention more inward, just observing your breath. No labeling, no judging, no effort yet. Just feeling your breath today, the wonder of being alive, and that every moment our breath is different. So just feeling in your body where you feel your inhalation and where you feel your exhalation. It's a practice. Just observing what happens, what feels in your body. And then as you're ready, either out loud or in your mind, count how long it takes for you to get a full breath in and a full breath out. Just a few more, just seeing where you're at today with a full breath in and feeling the belly hug the spine with a full breath out. Coming back to the present, coming back to your breath. Last cycle, just counting the breath in and the breath out. Acknowledging that our mind will wander through the practice. Just come back to the breath as an invitation to come back to the present. So as you're ready, we're going to work on that transformer breath. So extending the exhalation. So you're going to get a little bit more air in with your inhalation. So 4-second count for the inhalation. And we're going to work on an 8-second count for the exhalation. So as you're ready, just observe anything that comes up before we begin the practice. Find your breath. Fully exhale. And here we go. Breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4. And breath out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breath in again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last set in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release the practice. Just go back to natural breath. Gentle breath in and out. So that extended exhalation is a reset for our vagal nerve, a reset for our parasympathetic nervous system to help us find more chill, more rest, digest. So if you felt anxious at all with that transition or felt like you were running out of air with the exhalation, no problem. Shorten the exhalation. You don't have to stick with my count. We're going to do another set, and we're going to play with extending that exhalation beyond 8 seconds. So I'll tack on 1 second each time. If you need to stick with a shorter breath or shorter exhalation, please do so. So as you're ready, Come back to your breath, come back to the center of you. Allow yourself to take a big breath in. Followed by a full exhalation. And let's begin. In 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take your exhale the deepest it will go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Keep going if you can, or go back to your natural breath. And then as you're ready, release the practice. Just observe any thoughts or any stories as they may come up. One of my teachers has us work on exhaling up to 30 seconds, and my brain gets so chattery. And the stories that it tells me are pretty fascinating. So anything that comes up for you, just let it be as it is. But recognizing that anytime we work outside of habit or anytime we work something new, oftentimes our brain tends to tell a few more stories. So just releasing the practice, go back to your breath. Go back to just observing where you feel spacious inside of your body with your breath in and your breath out. And inviting a different story of using your mind and connecting to the areas of your body that perhaps don't feel as spacious today or just not as easeful to get the breath into them. And using your mind as if you could shift your breath, your big breath in, to expand the areas that feel light and bright and spacious into the areas that don't feel quite as much. Give the areas color, if that makes sense today for you. And push into the areas that feel more dormant or sticky, heavy, using your inhalation as an invitation to create more space on the inside. Take the next few breaths to do a head-to-toe check. If there's anything else in your body that needs the invitation with your breath to create more space. And then once that feels complete, just Just release the effort, release the practice, and go back outward. Just feel where your body makes contact with the air, with the floor, with your seat. Just taking note of any stories that come up. Any labeling or judgment, as if you could just release it with the exhalation out, back into the air. And know that your practice today was perfect as it was. It's practice. And maybe take it into your day, just taking notice of our tendency to label and judge as an opportunity just to let things be. And as you're ready, when you're ready, go ahead and transition your way back to your room, back to your day. Slowly open your eyes. Perhaps give yourself a moment of gratitude for your practice. Thank you so much for sharing your practice, your concentration, and your energy today. Be well.